Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost.
What is going on, Raider Nation? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live with another video. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Shout out to all the subscribers that has subscribed to the YouTube page. If this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page, I would suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell button if y'all see it up here. Yeah, y'all see it up here. But make sure y'all subscribe and hit the bell button and get the latest news in all Raiders news. But today is going to be Raiders news by the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Now, we are here for some news from Trent Brown, Jonathan Abram, Josh Jacobs, and Daniel Ross. We'll be covering all of that in today's video. But the first thing that we want to do is thank everyone for getting us over 3,500 subscribers. Now, the goal is to get us to 4,000 subscribers. So make sure y'all hit that like button, turn on all notifications, and subscribe to the channel if you love Raider Nation. But the first news that we definitely want to get into today is that the Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs and strong safety Jonathan Abram not expected to play in week 14 versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Sunday against the Jets, the Raiders were without the starting running back Josh Jacobs and the safety Jonathan Abram, and Monday Jon Gruden is already calling for next week against the Colts that they will be out again. Now, according to Jon Gruden, and he does state this, that I wouldn't expect those guys to play right now based on what I saw last week. Gruden said, today of Jacobs and Abram, I'm sure they're down and getting the treatment, and hopefully they'll be back soon as we can get them. Hopefully we can get some good news on Wednesday, but be prepared to game plan here, and we're preparing with guys that are healthy, that we know are healthy, and we can count upon them on the field on Wednesday. So we have to see what's going to happen according today to see what happens, just to see if we can get those guys back for the game. But they said they are not expected to play in this game, and that's really crucial for us because at the end of the day, we really need these two guys against a great defense and a good offense of the Indianapolis Colts. So it's going to be tough if we don't have these two guys coming in. So Devontae Booker got the start against the Jets on Sunday, only rushing for 50 yards, y'all. 50 yards on 16 carries. That's 3.1 yards per carry. And Jalen Richard only got 4 carries out of it. And Theo Riddick only got 3 carries in the entire unit under 3 yards a carry, which is 2.9. Now, with Jonathan Abram missing, Eric Harris returned to the starting lineup alongside Jeff Heath, who leave the game with a time of the injury at the time with Jeff Heath. But bringing in Dallin Levitt, it looks like a rotation on Sunday when Phillip Rivers and the Colts come into Las Vegas. I'm not really sure about Dallin Levitt. I really don't know too much about the guy. But why we don't put LaMarcus Joyner back there and give him some time and put Dallin Levitt in the slot corner? Now we brought back Daryl Worley. We got some pieces that we can move around. And I think LaMarcus Joyner would be the best fit to take Jonathan Abram's spot. I don't feel like Eric Harris is that guy to be the one. Even though that he had a good game against Phillip Rivers and the Chargers last year, doesn't mean he's going to have that good game this week. I'm not really big on it. I'm not really sold on it. So I really don't feel like he should be back there. I feel like you put LaMarcus Joyner back there and make some different changes. That's just my personal opinion when it comes to this. So that's the first couple of news of the day, that Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Abram is not expected to play in the Week 14's crucial matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the next thing that's in Raider news, is more Trent Brown news. People probably say, oh, we don't need Trent Brown. Yeah, we do need Trent Brown, but like I said before, availability is availability. You have to be available to actually have him. That's why I say we don't need him. But at the end of the day, he has to be available. So according to Trent Brown, and according to a lot of news and everything that's been going on with it, that Trent Brown returns in week 14 versus the Colts after weeks being on the COVID-19 list / reserve list. Now, we haven't seen Trent Brown much this season. He played 3 snaps this season in the opener, leaving with a calf injury, and was placed on injured reserve. He returned to start in week 5 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Then a week later, he was placed on COVID-19 in the reserve list due to a positive test. He was supposed to set the return in week 7 but against the Browns, but an IV mishap during the pregame, sent him to the hospital, as soon, placed him back on the reserve COVID-19 list. Now I have to say, where he's been until last week, he's been placed on the exempt list. Now, his absence and the Raiders have a revolving door of a right tackle with Sam Young in several starts, and did reserve a guard Denzel Good and Brandon Parker. Even reserved Patrick Omea. Looked like it turned a couple weeks ago, but Young started last Sunday against the Jets. But I have to say, now that we enter into the final quarter of the 2020 season, he is finally ready to return. The team will officially remove him from the exempt list today, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. As Rappaport noted, the team will make room on the roster to release defensive tackle Daniel Ross, who they hope to bring back onto the practice squad if nobody claims him off of waivers. So that is some more news about Daniel Ross being released on the Las Vegas Raiders, and now if nobody claims him off waivers, he does come back to the Las Vegas Raiders under the practice squad. Now the situation with Trent Brown really has, he been rarely off the deal, so the only availability is availability. So I really hope that he could be available this week. They said that he might return this week, and I'm really hoping so, because at the end of the day, we really do need Trent Brown. It's just that I was just caught of Trent Brown with his calf injury and him being on COVID list twice and now being on the exempt list. It's just a lot to handle as a Raiders fan. Like, sometimes the best availability is availability. I'm going to just keep saying that. But he has not been available to us, so sometimes we have to move on and just play what we got and play with the healthy guys that we got. So I really hope that Trent Brown can be back, Josh Jacobs can be back, Jonathan Abram can be back as well, because at the end of the day, we really have some tough times against the Jets, and we definitely need to get better if we want to beat the Indianapolis Colts. So we really need these guys to step up. If these guys can't go, the next man has to step up and be prepared. So that's what I think John Gruden was trying to get out of that, is that these guys, even though if they're not available, we want to make sure we have the next guys available that is healthy, that can play and step up to the plate. But that is enough for me from the Raider Nation news from the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I want to thank everybody tuning into this video. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate the Raider Nation coming on in here and showing us mad love every single week. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the news that actually came out. Comment below in the comments right now. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.